Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Right Reality Podcast. My name is Stephen.
And I am Mixie. We are here once again for you to recap episode 10 of the Challenge World Championship, Cruel World.
I wanted it to be Cruel Summer, so I could say, it's a cruel summer.
Cruel summer.
Now that you're gone, leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel summer. I mean, what other challenge podcasts are singing to you at the beginning of each episode? Answer is zero.
I mean, we just give and give and give and ask for nothing in return except for maybe following us on YouTube and all of our social handles and joining the hotties and commenting on the video, telling me how pretty I am. I could use that.
Yeah, she could use that. We could all use that.
Yeah.
You know, I started moisturizing now.
Yes, he did. And I can tell.
Can you really?
Yes, I was going to tell you that. Guys, spoiler alert, we took some fucking amazing photos. And I was going to say, your skin looks really nice in them.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, you're welcome.
She gave me a skincare routine, which, you know, I guess you do. People do. I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but I'm on board now. And yeah, welcome to the number one podcast for the challenge, The Right Reality. We're getting close to the end. We're getting really close to the end. It was definitely a pick me up from last week, which was
needed.
Not great. So here we are. And coming up on this week's show, one of the most horrific things I've ever seen in my entire life happened on this week's show.
Oh, man.
Just horrific. Just absolutely horrific. And you know what? We won't stand for it here on the number one. We just won't stand for this type of just horrible, horrible things. So we'll talk about that. As well as one of the most unexpected laughs I've had in my life.
I think I know what it was because, man, was it amazing.
God damn it, was it good. God damn it, was it good. And we asked the question, is swimming hard? Again, we just get to the crux of what makes this show what it is. Asking the hard questions. Is swimming hard? So, let's start with something, Mixie, that I just want to mention to you, to the community, to the hotties. I just want to say this, and then I just don't really want to talk any more about it.
Okay.
Because it's just, it gives me the, what do the kids say? The icks?
Oh, it gives you the ick.
It gives me the ick.
Period.
Here it is. We have 2 dailies left as of the beginning of this episode, which means we have 1 daily left, which means we have 1 regular episode and 1 final episode left. So 2 episodes left.
Oh, wow.
And Mixie, this means either Sarah and Theo or Yes and Emily are getting to the final. And honestly, there's a pretty good chance both of them get there. And I just don't want to talk any more about it.
I will say, I am trying to be positive, okay? I know it may not come across that way, but I am trying to be positive. I could say a lot worse shit than I am.
She says that sometimes off air.
I am trying to look at this and think, okay, they're going to go to the final, but they'll lose in the final, right? Mm-hmm. And Sarah will actually be handed an L instead of being pushed up a mountain per se. And that, I think, might make me feel better having her think she's going to the final and like think she's going to win it and then losing in said final. Although I will say Theo's been doing great. He's been carrying a lot of weight. I'm impressed with Theo.
Theo is an absolute athlete, which you obviously understand by being an athlete yourself.
I would love to know more about him and see more of him other than him and Cokie and Kaz, the will they, won't they, which they obviously will not. That's pretty much all I know about Theo. He's just there. Apparently, he's Tori's ally, which still makes no sense to me. And he's just there. I would like to know more about Theo. If you know more about Theo, let me know about Theo so I can enjoy him and not focus on the succubus that is attached to him.
Well, see, that again confirms she's a succubus.
Exactly.
Because normally we would learn more about these people or we'd hear something about them, and we don't because she's just succubused all the information out of him. And just like he was saying it to cameras, it was just like, succubused out. It's been succubused out.
I thought you were going to talk about Shaggy in the kitchen.
Oh, we're not there yet. We're close to there. We are very close to there. But we had a great moment that happened before Shaggy and the unforgivable move he made in the kitchen. The editor gang is clearly back on my side, Mix. And I think we should just celebrate that. We should just celebrate that. Thank you very much, editing team. Because, I mean, I don't think you needed to be an eagle eye person, but it might be more for the male viewers out there than the female viewers who happen to catch this. But, you know, the editor team decided to show the very attractive Kiki with the very clear, great fake boobs. But for the first time this season, it was very clear she's rocking a little Pierce nip action.
Yeah. Yeah. I did love to see that. It was exciting.
Okay. Pop off, queen. What a big move.
You're a Pierce nipple guy. You like that?
Listen, it's not that I'm a Pierce nipple guy. It's just like
boobs.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it is. I mean,
doesn't need more explanation than that.
Here's the thing, people. If you ever are on TikTok and you happen to see a girl who has one, like that she's just not aware that it's like very prominent, go to the comment section. All the guys are commenting this, okay? It's just something that happens. It's not that we're like, look what I'm going to write. It's just like our fingers take over and we just don't know what we're doing because caveman brain goes into effect, you know?
Yeah, you're not in control. Yeah, it's not your fault.
No,
just like it's not her fault that it's showing, you know? We're all just living. We're out here living.
No hate. No hate. Live your life. Get one of them pierced. Here's the other thing. I think just one of them is pierced, and that's a big move within itself, I feel.
You like that better than both?
Well, I just feel like that's undecisive. You're undecisive about it.
Yeah, you're test driving.
Yeah. Is it a trial? Is it like a 30-day free trial that you leave a credit card? You know, like Paramount Plus, and they're like, oh, if I don't cancel within the 30 days, does the other one just get like they just show up and just pop it right on the other one? I don't know. I have no piercings, obviously, so I don't know how this works.
Yeah, I'm not pierced in the chestal region, so I have no idea how that works either. Although I have heard, ladies, that it does increase sensitivity. So if you're interested in that, go for it. Try one and then see if you like it, and then put the other one in. You know what I mean? You could do that.
Yeah, maybe shop around, see if there's a place where you don't have to leave a credit card or something like that for your 30-day trial program, you know? Who knows?
I love it. You know who could use a 30-day cooking trial?
Great transition, but here we go. Worst thing ever.
Shaggy. So they all come back. Jarrell's like, Shaggy, you owe me some bacon. And I'm like, oh, Shaggy's got to make some fucking sick-ass bacon, man. I can't wait to see the bacon Shaggy makes. And then they show the pan.
Now, some of you might not have caught this. And honestly, how dare you? Are you even watching the show if you didn't catch this?
This is very important. The guy put like 12 slices of bacon in a stainless steel pan, which, okay, if you know how to use a stainless steel pan properly, great. Didn't seem like he was using it properly, but I'm not going to jump to conclusions. But you cannot overlap your bacon in a pan like that.
No, there was a slice on top of another slice, you guys. Now, these didn't look to be like super long slices, but there was a slice that had no surface to rest on. It was like on top of another slice of bacon. How's that supposed to cook, Shaggy?
That is got to be some really bad bacon. I don't like burnt bacon, but that shit's got to snap when I bend it. You know what I mean? And that stuff that Shaggy was making, it's not snapping.
We've talked about this before. I'm of the other school of thought. I don't like crispy bacon. I don't. I like a chewier bacon.
That's pork belly.
Sure. But still, I prefer that over a crispy bacon. Like, I don't want it to just like, I don't hold it and then snap it like a graham cracker. Okay. I don't want that.
I don't do that, but I do that in my mouth hole.
Hell.
Hole is hole. Check out our interview with Devin.
He was wrong. We'll say that. Devin was wrong. But, you know.
It was poor bacon cooking. If that's what I'm going to get out of Shaggy in this episode, I was upset. Now he did prevail at the end, and we will get there eventually. But I was upset with Shaggy from the start. He was on my hit list.
I thought this was Shaggy's like, oh, he's going home because he makes terrible bacon. And honestly, he might have, should have. He maybe should have gone home for making such terrible bacon. It is just a disgrace. Also, guys, just a pro tip from me and Mix, who may or may not work in, food stuff and cook bacon a lot. If you're still cooking your bacon in a skillet, you got to stop and start trying to do it in the oven.
Yeah, it's always better in the oven.
It's not, it just cooks evenly. It's delicious. It's the best thing. Set it and forget it. You just put that sucker in there. You have it on the right temperature. And then the whole house, it's not splattering up and hitting you in the eye and burning your arm. And then you got to clean your whole surface. No.
Grease everywhere.
Yeah. You want to clean up after that? Nah.
Come to us if you have more questions about cooking. We got you.
We got you. Actually, I would love to see a hottie this weekend. After listening to this podcast, do some oven bacon.
Yeah, try it. Let us know.
Try it. Post a photo. Fuck yeah, post a photo of you doing that. Let's go. Oh my God, can you imagine that? That's going to be awesome when that happens.
That would be amazing.
So great.
After we see Shaggy, we go to the bedroom of Succubus and the Pocket Pussy and the rest of them.
The three best friends that anyone could have.
Well, Sarah says, and I quote, "It is paramount. This girl is now forcing down our throats the streaming service that this is on."
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
I heard that and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" We're saying it's paramount. Like you just say that in your somebody programmed into her. They beep beep boop boop boop, and she was like, "Paramount. I must say paramount. Paramount. I must say paramount."
It is paramount that we do well this week. If not, I will go back on my word.
But again,
and not put them in.
So funny that she's telling them that it's paramount. Not telling them why it's paramount, just generally stating that it's paramount because she can't tell them that she made this deal that she apparently is planning on going back on anyways. Who knows if that would have happened or not. But she's telling them it's paramount, but not telling them why, because maybe if Emily knew why it was paramount, they wouldn't be working together anymore.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Like, do we think she told her at all and just like, hey, I just said it in the moment, but I wasn't actually going to do it?
I don't think she told them because I think she probably was going to wait, see what happened. And if they lost, she would have been like, listen, I made this deal, but I'm not going to do it. Things are going to go up in flames.
They're playing such a strategic game.
Well, that's the other thing too.
We'll get there. We'll get to the strategic game as I roll my eyes out of my brain.
So Sarah's talking, and I'm not even talking about this as a person that hates Sarah. I just actually want to have a honest challenge conversation about this. Sarah is saying that Emily being in her alliance saved her from going into the elimination. I don't think that Emily is stupid, and I would stretch to say Yes is not stupid.
Yes, I would concur with those statements. Yes.
So if Yes is not stupid and Emily's not stupid, you have Jordan already in the elimination, and your options are Theo and Sarah and Bananas and Justine. Every time you're putting Bananas and Justine in there,
yes,
you have a 100% chance of knocking out one of the biggest competitions in the game. So their alliance is not what saved Sarah. The fact that Bananas was in there with Sarah is what saved Sarah.
I'm convinced of that as well, because obviously that was never going to happen. And maybe if I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, maybe she was talking about other votes where if they weren't aligned, maybe they would have said her name
maybe
a couple more times, potentially. But then I could say that about any other time at any point in any season with anybody else, with any other alliance, right?
Yeah.
Like, that just doesn't make too much sense. And this is what we come back to again with Sarah. It is this revisionist history where she's saying all of these things that she is so sure of, but she is unaware, apparently, that we are watching her on a television show and we can think rationally for ourselves.
Yeah.
That we also haven't seen evidence that would go, well, I can understand why you think that because you lived it, but I also watched other things take place.
And edits can happen where you like we're being shown something that isn't 100% true, but they aren't putting words in her mouth.
Correct.
We're sitting here watching her say these words. It's not like they're cutting things in and out. We're watching her say these words.
That's the thing again, as we've always said, it's this idea that she's saying something in the ITMs that is just like is trying to spruce up like the reality as if she doesn't think we're going to see those things. And again, I haven't watched Survivor in God knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just watched the first season, honestly.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if this is like typical Survivor talk, but I feel like it is because they know they can't show all of the gameplay behind the scenes. And so sure, she's trying to like make the best story for herself so she doesn't look awful. But guess what? We've seen through it. So
I'm just waiting for the rest of them to see through it. I mean, I guess she's going to make it to the final, whatever, but she'll lose it eventually.
I certainly hope so, because if I have to deal with this again, we probably won't have a last episode, but I'm just going to say that. I also want to say this other thing while we're talking about them real quick. And so she's in there and they're talking about, I don't know, how great Arby's is or something like that, the big beef and cheddar or whatever. Also, really quick side tangent, Arby's slaps, and I will fight people who don't think this.
Okay, we'll fight later.
Arby's slaps. What was that?
Nothing.
Huh?
Oh, no, I didn't.
What was that?
I'm just.
When's the last time you had Arby's?
Well, I had it a lot in college because the line for Taco Bell next door was really long and no one was in line for Arby's. So if I was super hungry, I'd go. But
hold on, they were like next to each other in like a food court situation? Or?
They weren't in a food court situation. I was in the middle of Ohio. It was literally just the two buildings and then a bunch of grass.
Oh, okay. So there was like a Taco Bell location, and right next door there was an Arby's location. Anything else next to it? Was there a third option?
There was a bank, and they had lollipops inside.
Oh, there was bank lollipops back in the day.
Yeah,
the green ones. Did you also have the green lollipops?
Oh, obviously I had the green lollipops, and that was what was there.
Yes, those green lollipops from the bank that my granddad used to get me all the time. He had like a little collection when I'd go over to granddad's house. There'd be a whole bunch of lollipops. He would just stock up on every time he went. Oh, that was great. I
will get Arby's next week at some point, and I will come back with a verdict on it because you're right. I haven't had it in a very long time. Now, I do that because the last time I remember having it, it was basically inedible, but I will try it again.
Okay, here's what I think we should do. If this video on YouTube gets, let's reach, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to ask, because we do get a lot of comments, but they're not necessarily in a way. If we get, should I go 10 comments that say, we want Mixie to taste Arby's, we will do a taste test video and we'll post it online. We'll post it on YouTube.
I would like the comment to say, we want Mixie to have the meats.
Oh, that's it. Okay. So again, everybody take out a pen and pencil, or if you're watching this on YouTube right now, go to the comment section, get ready to type. What does it need to say again, Mix?
We want Mixie to have the meats.
There it is. Okay.
There we go.
So we need 10 of them. We will go to an Arby's. I already know of a location we can go to.
Okay, great.
And we will have a taste test.
We'll have a meat off. Okay.
A meat off. Great idea. Great idea. All right. So it's up to you guys whether we do this or not. So
you were saying that you were at the Arby's headquarters.
Yeah. Arby's headquarters. They were talking about all the things, about how great Arby's is. And Sarah obviously knows it's May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month, right?
Oh, God. Where are you going with this?
And she wanted to inspire the kiddos out there by giving them just a chunk of words to hang on, right?
Oh, God.
And now I will play to you Sarah's inspirational message to the kiddos. Sarah, inspire our youth, please.
If you find the right people, you can make anything happen.
God, The More You Know by Sarah on a different network than NBC, where the sound is. God, I just that sound just takes you back, doesn't it?
That sound, it made that awful statement better.
It did. It's just, she was aware of Mental Health Awareness Month. She's like, I just got to inspire those kiddos out there. And you know what? I was like, man, this is going to be a good episode next year. She had built me up. I was just like, yes, inspiring message. If you find the right people, you can make anything happen. Great advice.
Took a lot of brain power to think of that one, didn't it?
It did. It really did. And then so we're about to go off to the daily.
And
it was at this,
I wasn't inspired by Sarah's comment. But you know what did inspire me? Grease Back Bun Babe, Tori, and Cocaine Kaz outside doing downward dog, being the first ever triple.
Whoa!
Ass of the week. Ass of the week.
I'm feeling a little lightheaded. I'm feeling a little lightheaded from celebrating 3 Ass of the Weeks at one time.
It had to happen. If it's given to me, I must anoint.
I'm sweating. Oh, boy. Triple Ass of the Week. Oh, my God.
There was a lack of ass in this episode, but and it was a far away shot, but it still was a triple cheeked up on a Tuesday afternoon,
Well, I just think because they delivered a triple Ass of the Week, 3 cheeks at the same time, just right there, downward dogging, which obviously very sexual. Mm-hmm. They were just like, oh, we can't do any more. That is plenty. People have had their fill. They were holding their cup, being like, please, sir, may I have some more Ass of the Week? And they were like, but my cup is already full because I've already got the 3.
The cup runneth over.
My cup runneth over. Yeah. That's actually Theo talking right there.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah. Yeah. We got Ass of the Weeks, yeah. Please, mate, have some fish and chips, Ass of the Week, banter.
It was a nice shot.
It's just this is the part why we're the best fucking one out there. It really is.
After Kiki's Ass of the Week last week, they were like, we can't just put straight up cheeks in full frame. We can't do it twice in a row.
No, that might get us shut down. Somebody's going to go into the edit bay and be like, yo, pervert, get out of here. You pervert.
And it's me in a wig. And I'm like, no, I need it.
It's definitely you in a wig. When you step out of the office for an hour a day, I was like, where'd Mixie go? She's over in the other edit bays.
Yeah, putting some butts
at Gower
in the
and
cut.
Sunset or wherever they're cutting this. Oh, man.
But now we could get into the daily. Now that we've
can go to the daily. We're heading to the daily, and you know what, Mixie? I don't know what you were thinking at this point, but as they're starting to get ready for the daily, I go, nobody's mentioned their kids or what they would do with the money yet. Are we not going to have an elimination? And then, is like Darrell fucking heard me. Mm-hmm. He just said he was like, we don't do this if we haven't got the money. That was literally it. I go, fucking Darrell's going home. Yep. Why did that even need to be in there? We weren't even talking to Darrell. Mm-hmm. He just popped up out of nowhere. He's like a little groundhog in an ITM. Just said his thing and popped back down. I was like,
I have kids. I have kids and I need to help pay for their college.
Oh, I have 3 kids. I'm not here if I wouldn't be for kids, Mom. That was much better if you watched on YouTube. But I was just why did we need to do that? I assumed in the edit bay, which are clearly an editing Ass of the Week, somebody came in, put a gun to your head, and you said, you better spoil the show at the beginning of it for everyone.
Yeah. Well, after they caught me trying to put ass in, they did a Scooby-Doo and they pulled my wig off, and I wasn't there for that part of the edit.
You said, I would have got away with it. It weren't for you pesky kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll happen. That was happening. I was just like, we weren't setting anything up with Darrell. Is it like a legally mandated thing that they have to do this?
It must be. Someone send me the paperwork. I need to read through it. I need to show it to my lawyer because it's a pain.
But at this point, just think if that like 2 sentences were not there, I would have gone into this elimination and been like, for the first time in a long time, either of these 2 teams can go home, and immediately the episode is better.
Yep.
Immediately I'm more intrigued on what's going to happen. Does Kiki and Jarrell come in and they get thrown in yet again because Australia, and apparently the first shot fired was Kiki and Jarrell? No, it wasn't.
I can't even get into that right now. I have so much to say on the first shot fired bullshit.
Clearly somebody doesn't know how first shots work.
Yeah, I don't think that somebody understands numbers. They're too busy diving into water and going in and out of it. They didn't math.
If you fire the first shot, you just can't go, well, somebody else fired the first shot because I can't fire a first shot. That's not how it works. It's still a first shot.
We will get there.
Okay.
I saw water and I was like, fuck.
Of course. I was like, oh, how very convenient. The week that we need them to lose.
Uh-huh.
I was like, we're going to have a hell of a conspiracy corner this week. It's going to be the best one yet. Because, everyone's thinking it. Yeah. But, a week where we need her to be safe. Oh, look, we found a bottle of water here in South Africa. What a great opportunity for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a swimming challenge. And I was like, God damn it.
At least there was a puzzle involved. I will appreciate the fact that it wasn't a 2-piece puzzle that was split in half. It was actually a couple pieces that needed to be put together. God.
That was the dumbest thing. Just put 2 puzzle pieces on. But I was like, okay, they're going to have to do a puzzle and then answer a question about the puzzle. I was like, how do you answer a question about the puzzle? Like that doesn't... There's 2 pieces. Is that the answer? I don't know. We swam 6 times. I don't know. That's the answer.
World Championship. That's the answer.
World Championship.
Okay.
And then Mr. BMX Hall of Fame legend, Mr. TJ, who sometimes handles on the weekend, and according to somebody, I believe on either YouTube or Facebook, we should add and embellishes how great daily challenges are.
Well, that also is a fact.
He said you're going to be tethered to each other. And I said, fucking right. I hope one of these people gets pulled down underneath the waves and they have to send a diver in to get it. And then I was like, whoa. That was my anger talking.
Well, Yes was basically towed through that water.
My boy Yes was an anchor. And Jordan, last time I checked, not an Olympic swimmer. Not even an Olympic swimmer. He's not even a gold medalist. He's not even just an Olympic swimmer. He probably isn't even on the USA Olympic team.
Probably.
And he beat them. He had to go back one more time because of colors. And,
he has a weakness. He made a mistake. It was crazy to see. It was.
The first time we have found what Jordan's
kryptonite
weakness is. It's color.
Yep.
It's just colors.
Yep. I was so mad because he was keeping pace and I was like, oh my God, it's going to be so embarrassing for her to lose to Jordan. And Cocaine Kaz, her nose is probably stuffed up. She can't put her head under the water and they still were beating them.
Shout out Cocaine Kaz, because I think any other partner Jordan may have had there probably would not have been able to keep up. That's why even early on, I was like, this is a sneaky good team.
Yeah.
Like, she's clearly in shape. She does the Muay Thai stuff. I know I keep mentioning that. But those
Muay Thai. I love when you fuck up words.
What
Muay
did
Thai.
I say?
Muay Thai.
I didn't say Muay Thai.
I'm pretty sure you did. Roll that tape back.
All right, we're going to play it back. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Beep. She does the Muay Thai, the Muay Thai, the Muay Thai. Okay, I don't know what I said because I didn't think about that at the time when we did that, but here we are.
Stephen and words.
Great. Yeah, I'm not good with it.
It's okay, I can't maths.
Can't maths. Can't do geographies. You can't maths and you can't maps.
Yeah.
So
there we go. He's back with the words.
Just do some ayahuasca. There you go. There's another one for
I'll
you.
sucky puss that ayahuasca for you.
But this is how bad of a swimmer Yes is that he held down an Olympic gold medalist in swimming that much that somebody who was not an Olympic swimmer, 2 of them, basically lapped them once.
Yeah.
Because they had to go back and do it again. That's how bad they were. That's how bad at swimming Yes is.
Yeah.
And so it brings me to my question. Are there a lot of people who aren't good swimmers, who can't swim? Am I just coming from a Florida standpoint where basically you had to do this in order to survive? Because everybody's house had a pool at it. So like you're constantly going to pool parties, so you just had to learn how to swim? Like, do you know a lot of people who can't swim, Mixie?
Well, I grew up in Ohio and there was nothing else to do. So we pretty much swam a lot as well. I didn't really know anybody that couldn't swim. And maybe, again, like you're saying, it's just because, I mean, I before I remember thoughts, I knew how to swim. You know what I mean? Like, I
That's what I'm saying.
My parents were like, you're not drowning today. And I took classes before, like, I knew what words were. So I in my mind, even if, maybe if there's people that don't know how to swim, let us know. But you kick. And also they have life jackets there for you. So you're already floating. You're
not going to die.
You kick. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the struggle of it. You're already buoyant.
This is what I don't get. I don't understand it. I'm just like, I feel like this was just a natural thing that you did is you learned how to swim. And you learned how to swim like pretty well. Like you didn't just learn how to like turtle up and then for somebody to come rescue you. You I learned all the 4 different strokes and how to do them pretty effectively. You might look at me and be like, I don't know if he's very athletic. You watch me in a pool, I'm fucking beating you. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
This guy is a fucking dolphin.
Fish, baby. Fish, dolphin. You know?
Angelic in that
I
water.
can do the little, you get to the end of your lane line and you do the flip.
Oh, the
and then you
flippy
push
flip?
off like an Olympic swimmer. Oh, I can do that, baby. I can do that right here. Can you do that? I don't think so. I can do that. So the question basically I'm asking is, am I just at like a very different thought process that there's like a lot of people out there that aren't great swimmers. And so I'm going to ask that in the hotties.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to basically answer the question, are you a decent swimmer? Do you think you could swim in this challenge? Because it looked like half the people competing, not great swimmers.
It definitely was long. I think he even said that there was like a lot of swimming to be involved. But there, in my opinion, again, from what I could see, there wasn't a tide. There wasn't huge waves. Like the water seemed pretty still. I could see like crashing waves being some sort of a problem keeping your balance, but they had life jackets.
Or if you're in a river and there's like a current and you're trying to work against the current, this just looked like a big lake. And not saying there can't be currents on lakes, but it's just like a little wake that you're dealing with.
I didn't think about it, but yeah, I don't understand why there was such difficulty. Kiki, again, I understand she had asthma. That stuff is tiring. I could get that. Jarrell did not care because we got one of the greatest clips I have seen in my life from this show.
This was amazing, Mixie.
I laughed so hard. That shit was fucking hilarious.
And it wasn't even staged. Like, that's the stuff that would be staged in like a buddy comedy, right? And this was just, and the cameraman didn't even flinch. It's not like he realized what's happened and the camera started to shake because he was laughing.
Yeah.
It was unflappable. It was unflappable. And if you didn't catch this moment because you had it on in the background, Jesus Christ, go back and watch this. What an absolute joy. Because you know, sometimes something just sneaks up on you that's funny. You're not prepared for. That laugh is sometimes a bit different than your normal laugh, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you in a little behind the scenes. I was watching this. I was in bed. I was watching it on my iPad. I had the iPad like on my chest. I'm kind of looking down at it, right? I got my phone on the side, you know, writing notes. And I'm not expecting a funny moment to happen. I think we know when funny moments are going to happen.
Yeah.
And this happened. And I'm going to try to reenact the sound that came out of my like throat chest area. Cause it wasn't like a ha, like back of the throat, right? It was me. I did this. I was like, that's what it sounded like. Right?
Yeah.
It's that like unexpected, like, and then you're like, oh my God, I might need to go see a doctor. I got some phlegm in there. It was so good. I rewound it 3 times.
If I had like a drink in my mouth, it would have been spit take gold. Like
amazing.
It was,
and that's on
so
them.
unexpected.
They should have said, we need everyone to take a drink and have some liquid in your mouth at this moment. And then it would have played and we all would have had the same spit take across America.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
I think I could watch that on loop for an hour. That shit was fucking hilarious. That was the funniest thing that's happened in this season by far, without a question.
It's so good. It's so good.
She just
he
like
just jumped in and
like,
she's like, oh, look at those other yo. And she did have like a little sound effect. It was like, yo.
It was so good. Oh man,
God
was it
damn
funny?
it was good.
That was much needed comic relief. I will also say, and you guys can get mad at me, Greaseback Bun Babe had a personality this episode.
What a performance by Greaseback Bun Babe in this episode.
Where did that come from? She was making great one-liners, being like, I'm glad I'm an Olympic swimmer. And I'm like, oh my God.
Greaseback Bun Babe, you got her.
What are you doing, Greaseback Bun Babe? You can't have a personality.
This is not your strength, Greaseback Bun Babe. Please get rid of that personality. Are we supposed to think you have a personality, Greaseback Bun Babe? No. We're supposed to think you're kind of a mini robot.
I loved seeing it. It made me very happy. I think Shaggy is good for Greaseback Bun Babe.
Yeah. They're a good team. Again, I think I said this before. I want to see a Greaseback Bun Babe and Shaggy tour. I want to see them like go do different things. And like, I feel like she has to, because he's so like low and like kind of shy and doesn't say a lot of things other than cook bacon wrong. She feels like, oh, I have to like bring it up. And I think by her dating Nani, she kind of gets more squashed down because Nani's the personality, so she's got to be the calm force. Here, Shaggy's the calm force, and she can just like rip off one-liners, just shitting all over Emily, being like, wish I was an Olympic swimmer. How great does this work out for her?
Yeah, I know. It was great. I was very happy to hear it. Honestly, Greaseback Bun Babe jumped up in my rankings this episode, really killed it. I was happy to see it. I also really enjoyed, I feel like this is the first time we really got like a very angry Jordan this season. Yes. He was through the ceiling. And it was honestly kind of nice because he was through the ceiling at himself. And like seeing him try to deal with that was entertaining. It was nice to see.
Well, Jordan's not an idiot. He knew what was on the line this week. He knew.
As soon as Emily got it, he was
happen
through the ceiling.
Yeah, what they needed to happen, maybe is the better term. All went out the window if they won. And he knew it was going to be an uphill climb from the beginning. As soon as he saw, fuck, we're near a body of water. Like, unfucking believable. And then for him to basically get ahead. And for that to be on him. Shocked that Kaz got him to admit to it, that he made a mistake. Like, whoa. Maybe Tori's a little upset that she was able to get that out. Again, that's what hot women do, everybody.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Another case of just a hot person getting people to do what they want them to do. I don't know what it's like for all us medium people out here not getting anybody to do what we want. It's a tough road. But top to bottom, really good daily.
It was needed, too.
Except for the result for us.
Dude,
I think
she was so close to losing. So close. I was like, oh my God, she's going to lose. She's going to lose. And she didn't. I was like, damn it.
I swore they were going to do it. I swore I thought they were Jordan and Kaz were going to win. I was like, this is just setting up. So bravo to the editing team on that. Because they started doing the puzzle. They guessed it wrong twice. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to guess it wrong the third time. Jordan's just going to sit there for 7 hours and try to guess what it is. I tried to do it. I definitely didn't get 16. I think it was at 14 or something like that. But that was just, damn it, it was so close. And then again, yes, I was like, oh, now Sarah's going to lose. No, it's not what happened.
So close, but so far.
It was basically the worst case scenario for us here.
Oh, it gets worse for me, I think. We left the daily and we go back to the Arby's manager's headquarters. And Sarah and Danny keep saying like, oh, teamwork. Like we did such a good job as a team. Our alliance and our team is killing it. I would just like to state for the record. And maybe Stephen, you can help me with this. How many dailies has Danny won?
Oh, that's a very good question, Mixie. And you know what? We were talking about this at work. Was it yesterday we were talking about this?
I think so.
Or today? No, because I watched it. I don't know what day it is. But we were talking about like, oh, well, obviously it's because they've won. Well, they haven't won yet.
Oh, and then also while we're at it, how many times has Sarah and Theo won?
I'm going to look right here. Grant and John A, Wes and Zara, Kiki and Darrell, Tristan, Kellyanne, Emily and Yes, Tristan and Kellyanne, Kaz and Jordan, Emily and Yes. I don't see their name there either. So that's, we're a big, technically that would be 0 for 20.
Okay. So
because we're putting them both together. So Emily and Yes have won twice. So, I mean, I'm just going to go on a limb and say maybe they're playing the good game.
Oh, you could probably safely say that. I'm more on the line of, isn't teamwork when a group of people work together to accomplish something? Or maybe I'm wrong and teamwork is 1 or 2 people do all of the work and the rest of them just take credit for it.
You know what? If high school taught us anything, somebody's going to do more work and then everybody else is just going to ride the fucking coattails and be like, oh, yeah, I participated. I helped. I brought the snacks.
That's Sarah
Basically,
and Danny.
Right now, they are bringing the snacks.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing the snacks.
Yep. They're reading off the PowerPoint slides that they didn't write.
They've had to do nothing saying, oh, we're playing such a strategic game and the veterans can't play a strategic game because they're playing a
emotional.
What do they say? An emotional game. Mm-hmm. And this is what I think I posted in the hotties, and I'm now just going to say this for everybody. The veterans are playing a strategic game, but they play a long-term strategic game.
Preach.
Sarah and Kiki's husband are coming from Survivor, which is more likely than not a one-off. If you're really good, 2. If you're somebody like, what's his, Tyler did 3. So it's, you have to be in like super rarefied air to be brought back more than 2 times.
Yep.
You can take a shit in the corner on the challenge and you're going to be brought back for basically 2 unless you punch somebody in the face.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to play a long-term strategic game on Survivor. Yep. You can just play a one-off game and do whatever you need to do and tell people whatever you need to tell them because you're probably not going to see them again.
Yep.
Now, there is the jury. I know people are going to say that, but in Survivor and Big Brother, isn't that part of what people say? They go, well, they just played the game. You know, they just lied to people through their teeth, but you know what? They're just playing the game. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, over here on the challenge, they go, well, you can't do that because you're just not playing the game. It's the same fucking thing. They're playing a long-term game with these people who are here every single fucking year. And so, yes, you do sometimes have to do that because guess what? I guarantee you that we will see Casey 80 times more than we'll see Sarah or Danny again.
Yeah.
And so what is she? And I bet you we'll see Theo again before we see these other people.
I hope so.
So of course you have to do these types of things because this is not just 1 week. This is the guarantees you get, the bonuses for being after. There's a whole much more money on the line for you not shitting on your friends for like a one-off than what's happening here. And I know that's a very long way of going about it, but this is what we're talking about. This is the idea. We're playing much more strategic game. They're playing emotionally. Yeah, they're playing emotionally because there's way more money invested for them. They're going to do this game 3 times in a year.
They're going to have like a month off.
Yeah, and they're going to do it again. This show's been on the air. It's taken 4 weeks off in a year, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay? So, yeah, they're, of course, Tori's doing that type of stuff. And I know there's a lot of people who don't like Tori, so they're specifically being like, of course Tori's doing this. But she keeps getting brought back. She's making a lot of money doing this, so why would she change it? Why
and she won last
time. It
time.
makes sense. She won last time by doing what she had set up for years.
Yep.
The Vacation Alliance that everybody hates, right?
And I don't like it that much either. But you can't
What do you think this was
it.
for? Yeah, because this is part of what the game has turned into now.
Exactly.
You're just working the system. Because you bring these people
like
back every single year.
Yep.
What do you think they're going to do?
Why would they
hate
not?
each other like people used to? Say that again. Why would they not?
Like, it's stupid for them not to. So, and like, I agree. It's annoying. This alliance is annoying. The fact that they're doing this is annoying. But when the game is set up like this, strategically, when you're not being emotional, you're being strategic.
You wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You tell me you wouldn't do it. You would. If you are getting the amount of money that they could potentially get or the amount of money for just showing up, you tell me you wouldn't do that.
Exactly. They have guaranteed money for signing on.
I do think Tori's in that 100,000 zone now.
Jordan is for sure. And I'm sure Kate, I said Jordan is for sure. And I'm sure Casey's
Jordan's probably
up
there. Yeah. Obviously, the top three are Bananas, Wes, and CT. Those have to be the top three at this point.
100%.
You know?
But they've got a lot of seasons under their belt, more than me probably. And like, I'm sure that they're getting some cash to come back. Because yeah, Tori gets shit on all over social media, but guess what? That gets people to watch the show.
It does.
So I can't agree with you more. The thing that I will say about Tori and Jordan that didn't make sense to me this episode is this whole, I'm going to put myself in.
Yeah, I didn't get this.
And I can't think of one situation where it would make sense to put yourself in. There's always other people to put in. Why would you ever?
Because they're playing a long-term game, Mixie. Because they're playing not for this season, next season.
But like, it doesn't matter.
It's a dumb move. It's a dumb move. It's a really dumb move. I'll be straight up and honest. You're right. It's an absolute dumb move.
It should never be on the table. I don't know why it's ever on the table. I don't understand why Tori and Jordan are fighting each other for who's going to put themselves in. Like,
I think they knew it was going to be a tie after they made that deal, right? After they made the deal, I think they knew it was going to be a tie and a potential thing. And so I think the thought process was they're going to basically try to convince somebody to go in and you have to pick a team. And Jordan was going to be like, I'll go in so it doesn't have to be Tori, which is just dumb considering what happened last week, but
stupid.
Stupid. I wouldn't do that. I'm sorry. Mix, if we were on a TV show together, I'm not trying to save you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna save myself. I'm just gonna be honest. And I would expect you to do the same.
Yes.
If we were on All-Star Shore and we were on two different teams, I'd be like, oh, she's not going to be an idiot and not try to get the money.
But, yeah. I mean, I would pass that box back to you every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. No. I get it. Like, long term, you want to protect your friends. Great. There's 4 teams left on the chopping block. You got to just fucking accept it.
It's not like the first week when John A. tried to throw in Kellyanne.
Exactly.
Girl. There are so many more teams you can do right now. You don't even know half of these people. They're from other countries. You're never going to see them again.
She's like, fuck it, Kellyanne.
Fuck it, Kellyanne. She's a bit too much to deal with. Yeah, you think she's too much to deal with now? She's going to be on another show with you, and you're going to be fucked. Throw in the Argentina girl who you'll never see again.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Jody's probably not coming back. Put Jody in. Don't throw Kellyanne in.
The whole situation with Jordan and Kaz was uncomfortable to me.
Great word choice. That's what I wanted to ask you that because I
didn't like it.
I was like, am I just feeling weird? This was like uncomfy old Jordan here. Just super uncomfy.
So again, I don't know old Jordan, but like what I think, in my professional therapist, non-existent opinion, Jordan was pissed at himself because he fucked up that puzzle. He fucked up getting the wrong piece. He's like, I need to punish myself, so I'm going to put us in. And Kaz is like, well, hold on a second. I didn't get the wrong fucking piece. What the hell?
I didn't grab it. I'm just barely able to keep up with you in the water.
And to make you feel better about you fucking up, you're not dragging me in there.
Because you knew you needed this for the other plan to work.
Mm-hmm.
And now we don't have that plan. And one of us, one of your two other friends or us are going to get fucked because of this.
Yeah. And he was like, meh. I want to go in, though. And then he just started spewing mean shit. And it was uncomfortable. And I didn't like it at all. And Jordan, what the hell? You're hot. Stop doing stupid things that make me think you're not hot. Stop it.
Stop. That's bad. That's bad.
Knock it off.
I'm thinking about this again. When Emily and Yes won, I think it was pretty clear, unless it wasn't clear to them while they were there, but I'm thinking they were always going to put in Casey and Shaggy, right? Like, I don't see a scenario.
Yeah, I agree with you. But they were trying to throw themselves in to protect Greaseback Bunbay, which didn't make any sense to me.
But they would have had to put two teams in. That's why we're at the stalemate, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you would have had to say, oh, they're going to try to switch this up. So, I mean, the last time this happened, it's happened twice now, that they get to pick who they want to go in. Why would it be any other way other than them saying the team they want, which is what happened? I don't see why you think this would go another way.
Yeah.
Again, if I am Emily and Yes, though, the bigger competition is Jordan and Kaz. So
absolutely, but I don't think that they would have done that. I'm
going to laugh if they end up winning this whole fucking thing, and it's just because they tried to challenge them a couple times. That's going to be fucking chef kiss. I
think it's between them and Danny and Tori, but I think Danny and Tori are going to kill each other before they get to the end of the final.
Ooh, man, that would be very interesting to see as well, wouldn't it?
I would like to state, the second time I laughed my ass off again was Kiki. I will miss Kiki a lot because Kiki's vehement hate for Emily is just so amazing.
Yes, it is. It really is.
It was so funny. And Jarrell's just blind support of Kiki's hate of Emily, also amazing. Love that. King shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like this as a duo. I'm going to say, like, right now, I know this is a bold claim. I'm just going to quickly look at the list again.
Oh, God.
I'm looking. I think if I'm picking anybody to come back for a flagship show, I'm going Kiki right now. I think I'm going Kiki. She brings a lot. She does really well. She could mix it up. She's going to say her stuff. She's going to say some wild Australian sayings. This is what I want. This is the entertainment value I need, right? Like, Zara was great, but Zara wasn't mixing up. She wasn't saying weird things, right? This is what I need. Also, probably Kaz is number 2, because obviously.
I would say Kiki definitely needs to come back. Zaza needs to come back. She got the short end of the stick for sure. And I want to see, I think his name was Nathaniel or Nathan, the guy that got medically asked to leave or whatever the fuck they said that he needed to go because he had COVID, but they can't say the word COVID, I guess. I would like to see him back. I think he would have been an absolute blast on this show. And I also think he would have given Sarah and Kiki's husband a run for their money. I don't think he would have stood for any of that shit.
Oh, that is true. I think he would. He was definitely going to mix it up. We knew, like, I think we said this guy's going to be a superstar.
Yeah, I was so excited to see him.
And then he was just plucked from us. Thanks, COVID.
Yeah, I also think that Kaz will come back too. I think she should. I think she's hot. I think that she needs to cut the cocaine problem, but maybe that's under control at this point. And they'll bring her back. I mean, maybe not though. Devin did say that the production thought he was bringing drugs, so I guess they're okay with that. I don't know. Maybe she has some on her. Who knows? Allegedly. Allegedly.
I think it's all going to depend on what happens in the next, 2 weeks here. Like if they win, I think she's got to get brought back, right? To just be like part of it. I think that's who they're hoping for right now. Like if you're production, I think you're really hoping for Jordan and Kaz.
I think so too.
Or Shaggy and Greaseback Bun Babe.
Yeah, that would just be amazing.
I don't think you want the other two teams to win if you're production at this point.
No, right? I agree.
So let's talk about the deal that Jordan and Cocaine Kaz made with Emily and Yes. So the deal is if basically Jordan and Kaz are going to, they're not going to throw the challenge, but they're not going to win. So if they're about to cross the finish line at first, they're going to stop to not cross the line. But does Emily and Yes, are they trying to guarantee Emily and Yes a win or just that they won't win? I kind of missed that because I blacked out in rage.
Didn't follow this at all. I think Jordan realized that he was being recorded when he did all of that shit by the pool with Kaz. And he's like, I need to save face. What do you want to do, Kaz? Oh, you want to let them win for unknown reasons because we've never worked with them in the past and all of a sudden we want to work with them? Okay, sounds good. I'll do whatever you want so that people don't hate me. It didn't make any sense to me. That whole thing didn't make any sense to me.
Well, if we're going back to what I said a little while ago, right, and I'm Emily and Yes, I think the bigger threat is obviously Jordan and Kaz, right? That's what I was saying. Like, why would you want to take out Greaseback Bun Babe and Shaggy? Yeah. The better play is to throw them in. So maybe they were making the deal, hey, I think they might put us in and, you know, we're going against Jarrell. Literally anything can happen down there. Let's just try to avoid this as much as possible. Even though like a few minutes ago, I was like, oh, we'll go in. Now I'm making deals and saying I won't win. Like 5 seconds later.
Didn't follow any of this.
So I ask you this. Do you think he'll do it?
No.
I think he will.
Well, actually, it is Jordan. He's very much a man of his word. He probably will. I think that, because again, I don't think he was saying that he would let them win. I think he was saying he just won't win.
He won't win, so he's not in a position to basically put both of them in.
But he'll put Tori and Danny in a position to put them in.
Sure.
Or Shaggy and Greaseback Bun Babe.
But for Jordan and Kaz at this point, right? Like, Emily and Yes win, they're probably still going to put you in if the votes are going to go that way, right? So
I don't trust them.
No, I don't think the voting structure works the way it's always worked this week. I think it's going to be a triple elimination. I'm just thinking about this in the moment.
Okay.
I think because we have 5 teams left, right? So you'll have your winner, a loser, and then there's the 3 teams. Oh, so that would be a quadruple. So it wouldn't work.
I think that there won't be a vote, and whoever wins will pick from the 3. I think that they won't put it to a vote because like you're gonna have 3 people in there.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it is, right? That makes the most sense out of any
They'll
situation.
They'll stalemate it anyways. If it doesn't, they'll stalemate it.
Correct. They'll all vote for themselves or something like that.
Yeah, some stupid shit like that.
The only way that happens is if Emily and Yes win, and then Jordan, Kaz, and Tori could basically all throw it on Sarah and Emily, or Sarah and Theo, and basically be like, hey, we got to do what we got to do. Because I think even Danny knows, like, I got to protect myself here, because if not, the vote's coming back for me. We're not, I don't know, whatever the fuck is going to happen. It's crazy. It's wild. Let's get to the elimination.
Yeah, I want to talk about more crazy, wild shit that doesn't make any sense. Emily's entire speech.
Oh, yeah.
Emily stands there and says, Troy fired the first shot. I know we stated it already, just want to remind everybody, very first elimination, Emily threw an Australian in, named Kiki, and acted like she didn't, and now she's trying to say Troy fired the first shot. I just want someone to call these people out on their bullshit. They live in this fantasy land that doesn't exist.
And they think nobody's going to watch the show. Oh, maybe they didn't catch that part of me being like, whatever we got to do, but I don't want to throw her. I don't want to throw her in. Oh, fuck. We did that. Oh, no. That's what happened. You teamed up with your girl, your pocket pussy, and this is what she wanted to do.
Right.
And Kiki was dead on right this episode. She said, Emily doesn't like me because I beat her and I won the thing. And 100%. If you know super competitive athletes like this, they will hold a grudge.
100%.
In no situation did Emily go into that show as an Olympic gold medalist and go, I'm losing an athletic competition to somebody. I don't even know what Kiki's from.
Being hot. I don't know.
She's well known by being hot and manifesting because the two things go together.
Yep. Well, that's obvious.
Next, I'm going to give you two more guesses on what show she came from.
Love Island.
Keep going. We're in the same realm, okay? We're in the same realm as Love Island.
The Bachelor.
There you go, Mix.
Big brain. Big brain.
I now need to watch The Bachelor Australia season 4. That's all I'm saying. I just got to watch it.
Oh, she would have been. I bet she was a fucking dime and a half on that.
Can you imagine her on The Bachelor?
Would have been so good. The Banta.
No.
How did you feel? How did you feel about this elimination?
I really liked it. I really liked it. They really stepped the game up this week, all across the board, from the daily to the elimination. Much better than last week, but that's not saying much.
Yeah, they were like, Optimus cars sucked. We have to do something that's good.
Optimus cars sucked. Yeah, there obviously something had to change. This had so many elements of what the challenge is about in this elimination. We have a puzzle. We have some sort of strategy.
Maths.
We have some sort of strength. Maths. How well can you clean some sand and then write in the ground, to try to keep all those things together. Strategy on how I'm going to break through the tiles and how much of it I'm going to knock over. Oh, I don't need to rebuild the whole thing. I just need the equation on the back. Great. Yep. Then the piece of resistance this week was just this little editing gem that they threw in.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
All of these eliminations, you have this just epic music, and you're like, oh, my God, they're about to win. They're going to kick down this. And then just the music stopped when they hit the brick wall. It was, oh, my God. Shaggy tried to kick that down and it didn't go anywhere.
It was so funny. I loved watching that. Like, it was so good. I knew once Troy broke through that wall that it was game over. And I feel like we knew that they kind of rushed through that last part of the elimination. But God, that was funny when they Greaseback Bum Babe just slammed into the wall.
They did it like 3 times. They started the music again and then just stopped the music.
So funny.
Oh, God. But those are like those little things that they can put into the show that keeps the fun energy going.
Yes.
There's just those little touches and stuff like that are just absolute chef kisses.
Great episode.
And Darrell trying to explain the math and
and the numbers flying around. Amazing.
At the beginning, I was like, okay, he's going to try to explain it. Am I losing it or is he? All right, we're both out now.
Yeah.
We're both out. We're both out. I like how Kiki continues to just skewer anybody. She's like, yeah, he did it, but then he didn't add the other number because there's 3 numbers on the thing. You just didn't add the other one to it. That's the bigger number out of all the 3 that's up there.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was subtract. He didn't subtract it or something. It was just come on, guys. It's right in front of your face. Let's go.
Oh, God.
I wanted to see them try to break through the wall. I wanted more face plants into a solid wall.
With the music stopping just every time. If they both doing that back to back, the music picks up for 1 second and then boom, stops again. And then the other one, boom, just back and forth, back and forth.
It would have been great. But it was a W for Shaggy and Greaseback Bum Babe.
What's that? Their second in a row? And correct me if I'm wrong. Was there a little bit of pushback from Greaseback Bun Babe to Emily in that? I feel like she did a little come down here and do it yourself or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I got a little bit out of her.
I think she said something like, you screwed up, Emily, or something like that. And man, did it light a fire under my ass. God, I got excited. Greaseback Bum Babe came out of nowhere with a personality, with great ideas. I love it. I can't wait for her to fucking take Emily out. And then Sarah, eye on the prize, Greaseback Bum Babe.
Oh my God, please, 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 please.
I'm nervous about the final. I'm nervous about who's going to be there. I am upset where we're at, but I'm trying to stay positive. Like I said before, very positive over here.
Okay.
There's just no possible way that she wins this. There's no way.
We've been saying this. The more we say this, the more I know I'm cursed when it comes to anybody I support. The person I want to win in the final very rarely wins, okay? And so I know I am kind of cursed when it comes to this. And I just don't, the more we talk about it, the more I just know I'm setting myself up for failure at this point. And I'm just really, really nervous about it. And I just need next week for us to lose one of the two of them. Yeah. Obviously, we want Succubus and Theo to go. Mm-hmm. But if I can't get that, I need Emily and Yes to go away.
I agree.
I need one of the two gone next week.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if we're getting it. I'm seeing a final where basically I got a 50-50 chance of things not going great for me.
I'm nervous about it. If I'm being honest with you, I honestly think that I want Shaggy and Greaseback Bum Babe to win this season. I don't think they will, but I think that's who I want to win. I do, because it would just really turn everything upside down. I think Jordan and Cass have it, but I want Greaseback Bum Babe and Shaggy. Honestly, everyone's like, "Oh, you still mean to Greaseback Bum Babe?" No, I'm funny, and that's different.
That's how it works around here. We're entertained. You're confusing us with the other podcasts that are just like, oh, well, yeah, blah, 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 and they take it too seriously. Okay, you're watching the wrong podcast.
Yeah, we're here to have a little bit of fun, to make a little hee ha ha once or twice, and just have a good fucking time.
Listen, and if anybody knows about making great hee ha ha's, it's somebody who commented on the YouTube video today. Okay? Which anybody can go do. Anybody can go and comment on a YouTube video.
Yeah, they can.
And somebody who just does hee ha ha's all the damn time is Red Is Not a Flavor.
Oh my God, yes.
And Red Is Not a Flavor on YouTube.
Shouts out.
Commented how funny this fucking podcast is.
Guys, after you finish this, go check out Red Is Not a Flavor. His videos are fucking hilarious. 10 out of 10. Mr. Yeah. Amazing.
A man of culture knows culture. Okay. So if you want everything to be serious, I just want really important. I want it basically a Dateline version of the Challenge podcast. Go watch all the other fucking ones. Okay. Where there's no jokes. There's definitely no ass of the week. Yeah. Okay. Just wander on over there. What am I going to do without one subscriber? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Speaking of, I would love some more hotties. If you guys would have followed that link in the description and join the hotties, we have a great time in there. I do want to follow up. I finished season 12 of Fresh Meat. I will be putting my thoughts and feelings on that in the hotties this upcoming week. So giving you guys a little bit more time to watch the season with me. And then we'll move into 13. We're going to keep on trucking. I am invested in DM, and I know next season is the DM and CT start, and I need it now. So I am already going to start watching it, but I want you guys to watch with me. So check out the hotties. I will post my review of the season and we can chat about it there. And I will also read people that join the hotties. Another little side tangent. If you join the hotties, you have to answer the questions or I cannot let you in.
How many times have you said this? They're not getting it. They're just not getting it. Okay. It's just not happening. That's fine. You just won't be letting the hotties. That's all it is. The questions aren't there for funsies. Okay.
I want to read your name. I want to talk about you guys. I will in the next episode. So make sure that you join the hotties and answer the questions. We'll let you in. We'll have a grand old time.
I do have one review this week on Apple Podcasts. We're still at 4-4. Tim Apple, we're coming for you. We see you. It's obviously Just like, what do we got to do? I got to buy a ticket to WWDC. Like, what do I got to do? How many more iPhones I got to buy? Okay, I bought the first one, Tim Apple. Okay, this new mini Mac that I bought so I can edit our videos for the YouTubes. One of your products. Just let us get above 4.5, Tim Apple. 4.5 and above.
Yeah, that's all we're asking for.
This one comes from Taniper.
Sure. Yep. That sounds right.
TAHNEEPR. Taniper.
Letters.
And it's a 5 stars that says so much fun. I look forward to the review of the show from Stephen, spelled correctly, and Mixie. They're so funny and inappropriate at times, and I'm here for it with 2 exclamation points. Let's go.
Air horns for you.
Air horns for you in the middle of a review. It says 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend. Love you guys. Well, you know what?
Thank you.
Taniper, we love you too.
Thank you so much for that engagement. It's so hot of you to leave a review on Apple Podcasts. And it would be hot of you who's listening right now to go leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Go be hot.
Look at you. Look at you doing that. So well done. All right, guys, that will wrap it up for this week. We will see you next week at 2 episodes left. And you know what's going to happen right after that? I'm telling you right now, we're going to get the All-Stars trailer any minute, everybody. We're going to get it, and I guarantee you it'll be like 30 seconds off, and it'll be another season.
Buckle up.
But you know what? There are other shows coming, boys and girls.
Yes, there are.
We know about shows that are coming that we're not allowed to comment on. They're coming.
Yay!
They're coming. And they're shows that we have reviewed. And I'm saying shows. Plural. They coming. They coming soon. They come in summer. They come in summertime. Okay?
We're going to have a hot summer.
Woo! 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 Man, let's go. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye!